Okay, we're here with Mr. Woody Lawrence, the chef de mission of the Dominica delegation for the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games. Mr. Lawrence is also the COVID-19 liaison officer for the Dominica delegation. Mr. Lawrence, welcome, good afternoon.
Thank you.
And of course, what can you tell us about how things are shaping up for the Olympic Games?
Wow, well, the good thing is that the games are still on. So far there's almost 6,000 athletes on the pitches in the village. These games have been unprecedented, and also having the task to manage the team as well as be the COVID liaison officer has put a lot of challenges. It's the most challenging games I've ever had to plan for. But nevertheless, it's on, and we'll try to make the best of it.
What are some of the challenges that you've been faced with as upon your arrival?
Well, one of the biggest issues has been transportation. Of course, also the arrivals at the airport. There are two major airports. There is Narita Airport and Haneda. The situation at Haneda Airport, it's a little bit more easier to handle, but the one at Narita is causing a little bit more problems in terms of processing times. There's also a COVID test that you have to do on arrival. So some of the arrival, some of the testing times have taken a little bit longer than planned.
Okay, our delegation, we have two athletes with us. Thea Lafour, our Commonwealth Games bronze medalist, should be participating in the triple jump, and Danik Luke will be participating in the 800-meter event. A word on them.
Yeah. So we hope the best for them. I'm hoping that Thea, Thea's pretty focused, I'm sure, and, as well as her coach. And I'm looking forward to her coming into the village as well as Danik, who I've never met yet, actually. So I'm hoping, that the arrival in the village will be a good one, and that they will have a pleasant experience here in the village.
As we're continuing, of course, COVID-19 continues to place a big challenge to the games. We're even getting some reports that one or two athletes may have tested positive in the village. What was the mindset? What do you want to say, to the Dominican public, to the athletes as well, on the dangers of what's going on right here?
So far, the Japanese government, they have definitely implemented some very strict policies. So we're hoping that will play a very big part. Unfortunately, there have been some athletes and officials who have tested positive, and they have been isolated. But generally, it's been safe so far. The concern, obviously, is if there's a major spike in the cases here in the village. But so far, so good.
And the athletes or Dominican contingent, we're expecting them on Thursday.
Right.
You could give us a brief rundown as to what we can expect for the rest of the week.
More chef de mission meetings, very long, just going over some of the protocols. There are concerned with some of the logistical issues, particularly the transportation. Although it may not affect the smaller NOCs like us, but there's quite a few of the NOCs that are experiencing a lot of delays in terms of transportation to and from the airport, to and from training venues. And we're hoping that it won't happen to us, but I guess we have to prepare.
And in terms of the athletes, like we said, we're expecting them on Thursday. So from then on, what can you tell us about what they will be involved in? We have the opening ceremony on Friday.
Right.
And stuff like that.
So the big thing now is planning for the opening ceremonies. Of course, it's unprecedented. There'll be no fans in the stadium. We're still kind of not too sure. Tomorrow, the chef de mission meeting will be the final one based on the information for the opening ceremonies. And I can tell you a little bit better, I guess, later on when things are finalized.
Okay, and Woody, of course, you made history becoming our first Olympian, and you're the chef de mission for this game. Based on what you've seen when you first took part and what you're seeing now in terms of COVID-19 and how it has transformed the Olympics, a word on that?
Yeah, COVID has just changed the entire dynamics of the games planning. Of course, Beijing 2022, the Winter Olympics will be held in Beijing. Also, the Paris Olympic Games Committee are here as well, so they're paying very close attention to how these games are proceeding. So we're hoping that COVID will not put a full damper on the games planning, but ways to, I guess, improve and have better planning in case COVID stays on with us for a long time.
Okay, thank you very much, Rudy Lawrence. Thank you for your time.
All right.